Hello, hello, and welcome to NYPS Network Presents. And I'm going to get straight to our guest because I am excited that he is the first one. He is absolutely amazing, one of my most favorite people to talk to on the phone. And today you're going to get to hear about what we talk about on the phone on video. So everybody say hello to Chris Williams, also known as Chris June. Chris, how's it going?
It's going amazing. I cannot complain. Blessed. Have a lot of great things going on. So, how about you? How are you?
I'm great. Now, I'm in Chicago. You are in Atlanta?
Yeah,
So it's
Atlanta. It's
it's like
getting there.
40, yeah, 46 here. What is
Yeah.
it where you are?
Right now, it's a little bit cloudy, but it has been getting a lot warmer, and I'm really excited about that because Atlanta is a very outdoors, walkable, bikeable city, and I like doing all of those things. So I can't wait for it to warm up just a little bit more.
All right. So now most of our discussion is going to be around the cruise that we have coming up, hopefully. And we're going to discuss all the cruises that you've been on with us already, because you've been on a lot of them. But before I get to that, let's talk about the myth, the man, the legend, real quick. So you were recently on TV on a crime series that I actually
Yeah.
watched before you even told me about it. I already watched it. I love crime shows. So tell us a little bit about what you recently did.
Yes, I was on 18 Homicide season 3, and I was the main killer. So I killed that performance. It was a lot of fun. It was actually filmed an entire year ago, but of course, due to COVID and the pandemic, it was pushed off, um, just like everything else. But it was a really amazing experience. I remember just really having the opportunity to study the interrogation video and to really study how that character moved and how he thought. And so it was a different approach to a character that I've taken before. Um, Obviously, it was a reenactment. So having to play from such a dark character was interesting, but I have played those types of characters before. So it was nice to get to stretch. And, as a queer person, I realized on the cast, out of everyone who had to stretch, I feel like I had to stretch the most. And I think that that's something that queer individuals can identify with a lot. When we walk into places, we have to bring it. Like we have to give it that much more than the next person who already comes prepackaged for that environment. So it was great. I loved the response. I loved seeing the performance. My family was super excited. And it just felt really good to be a part of that television program um, because, you just enjoy the journey.
Now, speaking of different roles and stretching, you're all over our network in many, many series, but the role you played on The Mister is probably my favorite because it is hilarious.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that role that you play on The Mister.
So I play this character named Aaron, who is the assistant to Hayden, who is the main character. And he is very obsessed with Hayden. And he has his tactics that are very manipulative. And he's also very shady. And he has a lot going on behind the eyes in many of the moments. And I found that to be a lot of fun because as an actor, no one actually really knows what you are thinking. They just see how it's expressed. And so to have a character who had such a vivid thought life, it allowed me a lot of room as an actor to really play and have fun because he was off the rails, because he was over the top with his antics, it allowed me to express just a new level of freedom within the character and have a lot of fun. And I think that that's why it turned out so great. And, you know, because when you have fun, it translates onto the screen and then into the audience.
So the Chris June channel is actually coming to the network. You do so much stuff that is taking us a very long time to get it built and designed because you've done more than we thought you did, but it is coming this year. Can you just name drop some of the series that you've already been in?
Well, the original show that brought me to Atlanta was, of course, About Him season 2. I was in Raising Eli. I've been at Last Night in ATL, which was a film with Thomas Mackey. Of course, The Mister. I've been in, there's another series that hasn't come out yet called The Real Fakes. I've been in a film called Great. I played a supervisor. Oh my gosh, it's like I've done so many series, so I have to like remember, but yeah, of course, you know, ATL Homicide. I have a new opportunity that is coming together on a very major network with a very popular show with a very famous actor who I will say was in Black Panther. And it is a one episode appearance, but I am really excited about it and I'm looking forward to that. So just onward and upward.
Now, you were also a NYPS Network award winner for Actor of the Year. So I'm going to throw out some names to you of other people who are also award winners, and just tell us what your opinions are about them. I know you're friends with them. Let's start with Alex Jonte.
I love Alex. I think he's really smart. He's really clever. And he brings a uniqueness to the web series world in his genre bender approach to his shows. And I think that it's really necessary because sometimes we just get right into the story of the queer experience, but we don't also imagine the sci-fi bit of it or the thriller bit of it or the mystery. And I think that Alex does a great job of bringing what he's really interested in into his stories. And yeah, I think he's awesome.
And what about another award winner, Gary LeVar?
Gary LeVar is amazing. He's a pioneer. He's somebody who I conversed with before I moved here, who kind of helped to encourage me to make the move and to make the journey. And he's done so many amazing things. And I think a lot of us in the web series world really look to him um, just as inspiration. And he's really paved the way in a lot of different ways for a lot of people in the queer experience.
Yes, definitely. Gary LeVar is the reason we even have a network, and he actually carries the network on his shoulders. So I definitely agree with you. So not only can you act, you also can sing. Tell us about that.
Well, singing was actually my first love. It was what I did before I had an interest in acting at all. It was actually me posting, well, years ago, posting videos of me singing on YouTube. And then once Instagram allowed video, I started singing on Instagram. And I got reached out to by someone named Jeremy McShann, who had these live performance shows in the DC area. So fast forward from there into acting, I saw acting as a vehicle for my music. And some people know, maybe not, don't know, Raising Eli season 2, me and my best friend wrote and sang the song for that. I sang a couple songs, one written by me. on About Him season 2. And music has just always been uh, just my first love. And it's so interesting because I saw films carrying my music, and recently my song Ghosted, it's doing really well on YouTube. It's at 17,000 views now. And I was trying to figure out how was it reaching so many views. So I looked into the analytics and I saw that the series that I had been in were suggesting my music video. So it's interesting how the little nuance of dreams just starts to show up. And that's really what my life has become now. It's just everything that I want to do, I get to do.
All right, so let's talk about cruising now. You've been on almost every cruise that we've had. Obviously, we didn't cruise. We didn't cruise last year because of the pandemic. We may or may not cruise this year, but we know that we're going to be cruising at some point. We've got a full list of events and things going on. So talk about the first time you went on a cruise with us in 2018. Was that your first cruise, or have you been on them before?
That was my first cruise. And it was a lot of fun. Um, it's like being on a shopping mall in a city all mixed in one. And they have so many events and activities. It's great because I feel like it's this opportunity for you to pick what type of cruise that you want to have. If you just want to go down to the deck and you want to read, you can do that. If you want to go and see the aerial show at the amphitheater, you can go and do that. The performances are really nice. It's an entire production within itself. And just being able to be, oh, like in that maritime water area where um, you're not anywhere. You're in the middle of the ocean, and the stars are much brighter at night. The cruise ship is actually really smooth. It's a lot smoother than I thought that it would be. I know when I first got on there though, I could feel everything, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is a whole lot." But you get used to it, I guess. And so, and then it was just fun to be around other queer individuals, and just to be able to have those types of experiences. Um, yeah, I loved it.
And I must say, whenever I went to your room, you did have a book. So I didn't expect to see somebody reading on a cruise, but
Yeah.
you are definitely a reader.
Oh yeah. I love reading. I think it's really important to stimulate your mind. And it's just one of those things where sometimes what you feel like you want to learn within where you are in your life, the people who are around you, it may be difficult to have those moments. But with a book, you can bring it right to you. And so I love reading, I love learning. It's exciting. It influences your conversations, it influences who you can become. Um, I can talk all day about reading.
Now, cruises are known for all that free, amazing food. And I know you had a lot of it, yet you
Yeah.
are always in shape. So I'm trying to figure out, how did you balance all that great, amazing food and working out?
I just got up really early every day and I went to the gym on the cruise ship, which had a really nice gym. Um, and yeah, it's a balance. So it's like you can eat in proportion to how great your workouts are. If you don't have the best workouts, then you probably need to eat a lot cleaner. If you have really intense workouts and you're burning a lot of calories, then you can get a lot more play with what types of food that you eat, more desserts or mac and cheese. But working out is something that just makes me feel better every day. It's not really a chore. Um, it's an opportunity for me to celebrate my my physicality, and also you get the endorphin high afterwards that just makes you feel that much better. You feel alive. So I was like, I'm gonna do it on the cruise, like wherever I can work out. Yeah.
Now, the next year, we went on one of the world's largest cruise ships with Royal Caribbean. So the ship you went on the next time was about 10 times bigger than the previous ship.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience on one of the world's largest ships.
That was really nothing short of amazing. I just remember like there were birds like on the ship. And they were just doing their thing. Um, the whole opening of the ship was just like this courtyard, and it was just immense and beautiful. It's really nothing short of amazing to see what people can do, what they can invent, what they can come up with. I was definitely in awe of just all that was available. I mean, it was like an entire shopping mall in the middle, restaurants, and I mean, the ship was just, it was just massive. Like, um, it was beautiful. And there was just certain parts of the ship that had a different vibe or a different feel. So you could really, when the ship is that large, you can figure out what are you feeling like, and you can find that part of the ship and you can go there and experience that type of like connection.
So I really enjoyed the show. There was a Broadway show, I think Mamma Mia on that one. There was
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
an
performances were
ice rink,
amazing.
I mean, ice capades, ice rink.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
there was an aqua show. So I really enjoyed the productions that were on the show. But tell us a little bit about your room. What kind of room did you have? How was it?
Um, I had, I think it was like a double. I feel like I didn't spend a whole lot of time in the room. I was, I was like out reading and stuff, but the room was nice. I think everything it's Royal Caribbean. Like everything is nice.
Well, now you haven't seen anything yet because the cruise that we're going on next, and anybody can go to NYPSnetwork.com, click on cruise and see what's going on. But the next one is the Carnival Mardi Gras. It is Carnival's largest cruise ship. It's supposed to be similar to Royal Caribbean ship with the different neighborhoods, but it also includes a roller coaster, which I probably will not be getting on, but
Oh yeah, like roller coasters.
not in the middle of the ocean. I don't.
Oh yeah, that part.
But I do plan on doing everything else. And they have a lot of food, including
Yeah.
Shaq's fried chicken place, and there's much more food than we've had on the last two ships combined on
Yeah.
the cruise ship. Not to mention, the cruise has gotten a lot more celebrity guests since we first started out. Now everybody pretty much goes on our cruise. It's Gary LeVard's first cruise ever. Any advice do you have for Gary LeVard, any first-time cruisers that are cruising with us?
Ooh, I would say try new things. You know, there's a whole lot of different new things. And I think sometimes we go into vacations and we're like, I know exactly what I want to do, but just try new things, you know, and just be open to it. There's a lot of new things on a cruise ship, new experiences, new events, new foods, and just try it, because trying new things, I mean, makes life feel more possible. And what better time to do that than on vacation?
Yeah, so definitely consider going to our website, signing up for the cruise. We're only going to go when it is safe to go on the cruise. You're going to have a great time. We're going to Puerto Rico and some other places as well. So check it out, nypsnetwork.com, and then click on cruise. And we're going to have a good time. Chris, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
All right, and we'll see everybody on the next episode of NYPS Network Presents.